A shoot shall come out from the stump of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. His delight shall be in the fear of the Lord. He shall not judge by what his eyes see or decide by what his ears hear, but with righteousness he shall judge for the poor and decide with equity for the oppressed of the earth. He shall strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips he shall kill the wicked. Righteousness shall be the belt around his waist, and faithfulness the belt around his loins. The wolf shall live with the lamb. The leopard shall lie down with the kid. The calf and the lion will feed together, and the little child shall lead them. The cow and the bear shall graze. Their young shall lie down together. And the lion shall eat straw like the ox. The nursing child shall play over the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put its hand on the adder's den. They will not hurt or destroy on all my holy mountain, for the earth will be full of the knowledge of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. On that day, the root of Jesse shall stand as a signal to the peoples. The nations shall inquire of him, and his dwelling shall be glorious. This week we continue our series, Advent. We are looking at a different piece of art each week in Advent, examining the ways that people have read these historic scriptures and journeying through this time of waiting and expectation and hope together as we await Christmas. This week we looked at a really cool piece of art by John August Swanson. It's called The Peaceable Kingdom, and it's a piece that's designed on Isaiah 11. The calf and the lion, the wolf and the lamb, all find themselves together in one place. When you look at the image, you can see some really cool inspirations. John August Swanson talks about the way in which he was raised in Bali. He's inspired by indigenous cultures, Russian miniature art, Mexican indigenous art, and other places which often come from traditional cultures. He talks about this kind of inspiration of art from everyday life and the inspiration of art as a part of a religious practice. Now, if you see this image closely, you'll notice that lots of these images given in Isaiah 11 are depicted here. You'll also notice that there's only one human. The one human who is depicted amongst this creation at peace is not the center, but is included. And if you look even closer, you'll see that the other humans, all of the other humans depicted in the image, are on a long, windy road, still in the mountains, and they haven't quite yet arrived to this place, a peaceable kingdom. I appreciate this depiction because honestly, doesn't it feel real? We are a people who live not quite yet in a place like this. I'm comforted because Isaiah 11, this absolutely gorgeous image, is an image that we all can hope for and that we can look forward to. But sometimes it sounds so much like a pipe dream that for me it feels like I don't know if it even applies. But then I remember that Isaiah 6 is right before it. It's a pretty famous passage, but I'll remind you that Isaiah 6 is this image where Isaiah is being called by God, this crazy encounter with God with smoke and coals and this really interesting way of depicting angels. And what we hear is at the end of that very famous passage, Isaiah is called to go and say to this people, keep listening but don't comprehend, keep looking but do not understand. Make the mind of this people dull and stop their ears and shut their eyes so that they may not look with their eyes and listen with their ears and comprehend with their minds and turn and be healed. And then then I said, how long, O Lord? And he said, until cities lie waste without inhabitant and houses without people. And the land is utterly desolate until the Lord sends everyone far away, and vast is the emptiness in the midst of the land. Even if a 10th part remain in it, it will be burned again, like a terebinth or an oak, whose stump remains standing when it is felled. The holy seed is its stump. Friends, like Isaiah and the people he spoke to, we find ourselves between just a bunch of stumps and the image of a peaceable kingdom. We find ourselves like human beings depicted in August Swanson's image, still on the journey and not quite there yet. And so our challenge this week is to figure out what it means to have the sort of tenacity we need to keep living between Isaiah 6 and Isaiah 11. What kind of hope must we hold on to? What kind of commitment to peace must we make? And what kind of way must we live so that even when the image of Isaiah 11 looks blurry, we keep going? May we be, even on the journey, a people of peace.
In a land by death o'ershadowed, life at last begins to shine. O'er our wars and losing battles, peace spreads out its healing vine. Bring your weak and bring your wounded, lay them at the Savior's feet. Hearts by sorrows worn and plundered, find in Him their strength complete. Come then all you bent and broken, He has seen all your distress. Find